Hey guys, Richard here, eBike Reviews and Adventures. So I've been working this morning on accessorizing the Truxus Explorer, kind of customizing it, making it mine. Went ahead and added the stem riser. I'm going to show you all this stuff in a video soon, but really what I'm down to now is I want to see if I can swap out the thumb throttle for a twist throttle. I'm not sure if it's going to work because twist throttle on the right side, but you got the finger shifters over there, and I'm not sure if there's enough room. So we're going to go ahead and tear it down, take a look, and if it works, then hey, we've got a video showing you how to do all that. So let's just get into it. All right, so yeah, let's see here. I purchased this one online, and it's got a nice rubbery feel to it. I like it a lot, twist throttle. I just don't know if there's going to be enough room right up here. You know, with these finger shifters here, because the throttle's got to be kind of over here, and I think it's going to end up being in the way, so I'm not sure that this is going to work out, but we're going to try it. So I just installed this mirror too, and I probably shouldn't have, right? So we're going to pop this mirror back off, get it out of the way. These things come off so easy, you just got to loosen them up and slide them right out. All right, next, the current handle grips, they're locked in, okay? They've got these screws on the end. And so we're going to go ahead and loosen up these screws. And get those locking rings off of there. I don't know if they have to come off. I've never done that before. Nope, there we go. I better save all these parts, huh? And there's one on this side too somewhere. Where's that screw at? Right down there. Alright, so we're just going to loosen up that locking screw. And see there, the whole thing just loosened right up. Look at that. Slid right off, nice and easy. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our thumb throttle out. So there's a closer look. You can see that. That's the one for the left side. It's got a nice little palm pad on it. I like that. Alright, so here's the important part. This is what we got to find out if it's going to work on here. So, we slide that on. You know what? I think we can make this work. It's not in the way of the brake. I was concerned maybe this was going to hit, but it's not going to hit the thumb shifter. And you don't have to grab it all the way up here at the end where your thumb or your hand's going to hit that, right? You can grab it just down here on the edge. You don't have to grab a whole lot of this in order to twist it. Oops, see there? Hot dog. All right, I'm excited now. All right, so the next thing we need to do, well, let's, hold on, before we go too far, let's go ahead and grab the other half of the handle grip, which is a shorty, and just make sure everything's going to fit on there just fine. Where does this go? Oh, I know. Hold on. I'll just show you wrong. So this little guy goes on there. And what that does is that keeps this from pushing up against this rubber and then accidentally getting locked in the full bore method, you know, the full bore throttle. You don't want that to happen, so make sure that goes on there. And so this one doesn't have any locking rings, doesn't have anything to lock it down with. And we might have to add a little soap or something to that just to make it a little slippery. Let's do that. Okay, all I did was get my finger wet and got the inside of this wet a little bit. Got just a little bit of soap in my finger and run it around in there. That should make it nice and slippery to get it on. See there? Goes on a lot better now. And hopefully, you know, as the water kind of dries up, and the soap does too, it won't remain too slippery because we don't want this moving too much. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Let's go ahead and lock this one down. So this one has a screw If we can get to it, right, ooh, we can barely get to it. It's right back here. Is that the right size? Yeah, that's the right size. So we can barely get to that set screw. We're gonna lock it down good right there, so it doesn't move anymore. Guys, I've never done this before, so I'm kind of happy that this worked out so quickly, so easily. Now, so over here, this is our thumb throttle. We'll end up taking this off later. But here's our wire. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to trace this wire. So this is the one we're going to be removing. So we're going to have to unwrap this. So find the end of this wire wrap. And it's kind of like just a hard plastic is all it is. It's shaped. So once you get it kind of an end to work with, you just unwrap it like that. It holds its shape so you can put it back. Now we're going to get this out of the way because, come on, because where's my wire? It's that one. So it's, okay, it's that one there. So it's this one here. Now, that's a 3-pin. Let's hope it's a 3-pin. Ooh, it looks like it is. So we got lucky there. Make sure we put it in the right way. Alright, so, see that? The new one is pretty short. This one's kind of long, so it goes down inside here more. And this one, I don't know, it's not going to reach the pins. The pins aren't going to ever reach. So, this is just a soft plastic, so we're going to end up having to trim this down. And how much? Hard to say, because that needs to connect. So I would say probably, whew, what's that? 1/3 of an inch, ½ inch. Alright, so we're going to start with just trimming a little bit of it, because we want it to have a good connection. It's not in there yet, so we're going to have to trim a little bit more. So now, look at there. I think, ooh, it came undone pretty easily though. Okay, well, tell you what, before we go any further, I think it's making a connection. We might have to do something different with that. Let's go ahead and power this on. And if I give it a little bit of throttle, there's nothing. Alright. Well, at the risk of this not working at all, I just don't think it's making connection yet. And I wish there was a way. If I have to go back and put this one back on, it's not going to be waterproof anymore because, well, maybe it will be. And we can tape it up too. See, that's, I think that would be enough to make a connection. So what is going on here? Oh, what just, whoa, it's just not in there all the way. And why is this throttle, why is it trying to go now? Let's power this off. Powering off. Alright, so we're going to have to go ahead and trim some more of this, I guess. Because when I did that, it wanted to go, but oof, I hate trimming anymore. I want a little something there. I hate that. Let's just leave it there for a minute. Do some more testing here. So it doesn't want to go. right, at risk of messing something up, we're gonna have to go ahead and just trim some more of this. So just get some shrink wrap or heat tape or whatever that stuff is called, and let's see here. Now, is that a better connection? Still nothing. So what's going on here? Wow. Well, it is definitely wanting to go, and it's not wanting to. Shut off. Come on. Why would it do that? Why would it do that? The throttle's not locked in. I mean, it's not stuck in the open position or anything. But it only happens when is this thing off again? Yeah, it only happened when I kind of jammed this in a little bit further. So I'm thinking we're just going to have to take the rest of this off to make sure it goes in all the way, because I don't think it's going in all the way. You've seen those sleeves for electrical wiring, you put on it and then you heat it up and it melts it, melts it all together. That's what I'll get. I'll get something like that. All right. If this doesn't work, if the bike takes off now because it's making great connection, when I plug this thing in, I'm gonna put it over here so it hits the wall. Then that tells me that maybe there's something wrong with the throttle, and the throttle is simply, you know, something with it that is stuck in the open position. So it didn't take off. Still nothing. Nada. Turn it back off. Alright, well this might be a bust after trimming all that material off, because something is awry with that. Let's plug this one back in. That's a 3-pin, that's a 3-pin. Everything looks good. Looks the same. Powered on. Whew, forgot what I was doing there for a minute. Alright, see, so the thumb throttle works like it's supposed to. Power back off again. It just, and look how long that is. Okay, it's quite possible that it's just not going in far enough, because when you push this in all the way, I mean, it's really in there. See what I'm saying? Oops, this one here. Yeah, so I mean, this one's quite a bit longer, so it's making good connection in there. This one, not so much. And there's nothing I can do to make that longer. I mean, that doesn't peel off. I've trimmed this down so it goes in there as far as it will go. Alright, so we're turning this back off. I think this is a bust. What I'm going to do, leave that there for now, power back on. So the original throttle works. I'm going to take this throttle back off. I think I'm going to return it at risk that there might be something wrong with it.